Well, if you don't get out there this year, you'll just be 1 year older when you finally do. That's about as good as I got.
What's up, gang? Welcome back. We got an awesome guest, Chris Tatsuno. Chris, how the heck are you?
Well, oh man, I'm up here above the 49th parallel, hanging out in Alberta,
Wow.
and it is cold.
Excellent. And, you speak perfect Canadian. I got to tell you, I can't even tell you're speaking Canadian right now.
It's becoming, all sarcasm aside, it's been awesome up here. Canada's been getting colder and colder day by day.
Chris, some stuff that you've been doing. You've been cruising on Warren Miller tour. We've got to hear about that. Some advice about road tripping in your blog. Your blog absolutely rips. It's a cool resource for skiers and snow enthusiasts. And we want to know some stuff. Now, listen, do you have a good Warren Miller?
Well, if you don't get out there this year, you'll just be 1 year older when you finally do. That's about as good as I got. We've actually had it pretty easy up here in Canada. We've done probably a couple shows a week, and it's given us a lot of downtime. So days off, we tend to go out and hop on a skateboard and see. We try to say hi to as many people as we can, and I've been getting into this habit of giving out free high fives to all the people that come through our doors.
Chris Tatsuno on Twitter, by the way, you got to follow him. And you're saying, how do you stay in skiing form when you're traveling around? How do you budget time for working out and stuff?
As far as working out goes, I've never really felt super comfortable in the gym. For me, my off season, I've learned to paddleboard, I've learned to skateboard and do all these.
Right on. I mean, you just keep your lifestyle moving ahead, it sounds like.
Totally. And I found a little bit of yoga practice recently has helped out. I had a couple shoulder injuries, about a year and a half ago, and it's amazing to see how that's helped me, gain that flexibility back and the strength and everything. So I'll probably try to keep that up throughout the winter and go find some hot yoga to warm up when the powder is keeping it nice and cold outside.
Nice, solid. ChrisTatsuno.com, ripping blog. I really like your writing style. And you got inspiration from some folks. Who are some of those folks?
And I guess for me it was an opportunity when I was in school. I'd show up at school at like 7:30 in the morning, and I'd be working at the financial aid office, and I scheduled my classes so that I would be able to kind of go to work, go to class, go back to work, go to another class, and just work throughout the rest of the day. So the times I was in the office, I was online and, just trying to exhaust any sort of ski information I could find online. And it's crazy to think about it. It was only maybe 4, 5, 6 years ago, but even then, there was just nothing online. I think Free Skier Magazine site, biglines.com was one of the main sites I kind of tapped into, and I would devour anything. There's a lot of kids out there who are in school, or maybe they're working, and that's an opportunity for them to drop a step and maybe a van, or maybe they'll move out west, or whatever it takes to just get outdoors and enjoy what nature has given us for the most part.
And that was just like 5 short years ago you're talking about.
It's crazy to see how quickly it's changed. I would say nowadays, sites that I tend to frequent would be like Free Skier Magazine, still killing it. People like John Sims and, all the contributors over at ESPN or EXPN.com, I guess now, for the free skiing site. I mean, it's awesome to see how much content is created daily and how many different things you can actually pay attention to and really just watch the whole world of skiing kind of interact on a virtual basis. So it's been really fun to see that.
Right. A little bit about challenges, like a challenge that you've had to overcome over these past few months that maybe got you where you are right now because you pushed through.
I think the most interesting part about ski bumping, a lot of people think that it's the athletic aspect of it all, and there's so much that goes into that, as far as hiking for turns when necessary, or just being able to hit it hard every day and try to avoid injury, or deal with the small or minor injuries that do happen to come up from day to day. But I think the craziest part for me has been the journey on the financial side of things. You know, I've got student loans that have always been chasing me down, and only now, you know, a few years into it, I figure out a program that allows me to kind of stay on top of those bills for as much as I can and still hit the road when I want to and still be flexible as far as a travel schedule and try not to miss out on any cool opportunities that come my way. Definitely found myself ignoring some of those bills over the years, and I'm sure that the creditors weren't too happy about that.
Yeah. Yeah, they always find you. Crap.
Man, I don't know what that is.
I'm looking forward to this season. You got a lot looking forward to. What might be one?
Maybe hitting up a few of the smaller resorts in Colorado. And, you know, for a big thing for me is that I actually caught wind of it, that the Free Skiing World Tour is changing their judging format to focus more on style and creativity instead of the line and stuff like that. So it's really getting me thinking about, you know, different ways to be playful out there in all that fun, soft snow. You know, you can always learn something new.
Hey, what are you listening to right now in your van? What's a cool road soundtrack?
I like the older stuff, but, you know, we've had about, you know, or Tross, as we like to call him, or we say Duchem. And he's kind of my go-to DJ for any road trip. He's been pulling up all kinds of good stuff from Marvin Gaye to Clarence Carter to right now Sufjan Stevens is kind of rocking out, you know, keeping us moving.
Nice. And you always got some great commentary about the nightlife and stuff. Like, what's a quality beer? I mean, you're hanging up in Canada. There's some great stuff up there. Anything we got to be looking out for?
Oh man, there's a beer called Beer. It's so nice they have to say it twice. We found some Wildcat Strong. They have light beer and then they have strong beer. There's nothing in the middle up here. It's all good.
All right.
Actually, I grew up in Idaho, and then I spent probably the last almost a decade in Colorado exploring all the different hills that are out there as well.
All right. Hey, what did you call it? After a dump, you tied a rope on the back of the rig, sat in the sled disc or the inner tube. What did you call that?
A little bit of, you know, what would that be? That's, well, it's just fun is what it is. I know there's a name, but it's eluding me right now.
All right. Well, we out here near Tahoe, we called it hooky bobbin. Everybody has their own like dialect, I guess. But
nice.
This year there's a tournament, hooky bobbin champions, and you video yourself, you know, behind the car, send it into the site for the public to judge. Are you down? Are you into the comp?
Oh, Patrick, that sounds awesome. I'm definitely going to have to get in on that.
Okay. I'll send you the link. It's Hooky Bobbin Champions on Facebook and the directions about how the comp's going to go. It's going to be judged in January, and everybody heard it. Tats is in. We're stoked. And great to talk to you, man. Great to see what you're up to, too.
Yeah, right on, Patrick. Thanks so much for your time, and I'm glad to say hi to your audience out there. I hope they all get out on the slopes and come knock on the van if they see it in the parking lot.
Absolutely. The van is rocking. Please come and knock in. I will make sure you hit Chris Tatsuno. Follow Chris Tatsuno on Twitter. And, hey, thanks so much, and we'll be talking to you soon.